All right, welcome back. So there's been a discussion for a few weeks now where certain people have referred to critics of dog culture as Zoosadists. Now, the dog lovers, dog culture, they've been doing this ever since they've been sharing their thoughts. They've been projecting. And in this is no different. They're projecting their own desire to see animals hurt, killed onto dog culture critics. But the fans of dogs, and this is really the case with owners of large, vicious breeds like German Shepherds, all bully breeds, and other large dogs. Do you really believe that they get off on intimidating people, but they don't get off on seeing the dogs actually attack people and animals? Oh, yes, they do. In fact, enjoying seeing their dogs attack other animals, that goes hand in hand with being a dog lover, especially a lover of a bully breed. It's impossible to deny at that point. Now, I shared this video in the community section. In this video, this goat fights off a pit bull attack. This pit bull is trying to attack this goat, and the goat is defending itself. But you see the title of the video: Pit bull bravely failed before the old goat. What do they mean, bravely failed? What do they mean? The goat is tied up. Can y'all see that? So the goat is tied up and forced to defend itself, and they said that the pit bull failed to kill it and called the pit bull brave for attacking a tethered goat. This is the typical mentality of dog lovers. They made a whole industry out of getting off. They monetized the fact that they get off on seeing dogs attack and torture animals. This is a sport. They call it a sport. So it's not a surprise that some of these same people would come out and refer to critics of dog culture as Zoosadists. Nothing that they say sticks. I'm sure you've all noticed. And that's the pattern with dog culture, with dog lovers in general. So this is a disgusting video right here. There was another viral video, a video that went viral a week or so ago. Some of you might have heard about that, where a pit bull launched an attack on livestock, and there were people in the background cheering the dog on. Right? Let me see if I can pull that up. Was it a goat or some type of sheep? And the video went viral from what I heard. Okay, now I can't find it. But we don't need to find it. We don't need to find it at all. You can just write dog kills and you'll find more results than you need. Now, dogs attack livestock almost every night. It seems like every night somebody somewhere wakes up and there's a bunch of livestock just killed. And nothing is done about it. Every day, people, citizens are attacked. Nothing is done about it. Their kids and babies are attacked. Nothing is done about it. You get a lot of stories like this, and this is almost unbelievable. They say wild dog attacks kill at least 300 livestock in California. Really? Do you think they're exaggerating in an attempt to make dogs look bad? You know, I'm inclined to believe that this is true. 300 livestock? But when the dog lovers, when they see an actual attack, they grab the popcorn. Haven't y'all noticed that? They love it. I showed the comment from a dog lover who literally said that. Said they love seeing people afraid and intimidated. Look how much they get off on seeing people step away, back up, become worried and intimidated. They get off on that. So how could you be turned off by the idea of the dog actually attacking some other animal, and really a person, period? Because these dog lovers, especially owners of large, vicious dogs, and I said this before, they enjoy these stories that surface of, dogs attacking people. Stories like this. And this was a story that just surfaced maybe 2-3 hours ago. When I pulled it up, it was surfaced like 40 minutes ago. Infant requires surgery. Who performs surgery on infants? You probably need a special doctor to go through with something like that. An infant requires surgery? Only a dog. Only dogs do this. And you know what? I suspect these dog lovers privately celebrate stories like this because they're not doing nothing to stop it. They know that it's going to continue to happen, and they're not doing nothing to stop it. They all know. Don't tell me that the collective body of dog owners and dog lovers truly believe these types of attacks are going to stop. No, they don't. They know they're going to, no matter how much training is put in place, no matter how many leashes is out there, they're going to keep happening. And what are these people doing about it? Nothing. It's not just that they refuse to ban these things. They refuse to do a bunch of things. Now, this is an unusual story. This story right here. Okay, it surfaced an hour or so ago. And this is how long the article is. Look how short it is. Look at what it says. He's been charged for failing to keep her dog under control. People, nobody on this planet can keep a dog under control. You never know what the dog is going to do. How can you be expected to always keep them under control? That makes no sense. Look at this. This is a dog show. One of those dog shows. That guy is a dog judge. And he was doing his usual thing. I guess they measure the worthless mutt's head. I mean, they're silly for being out there in the first place. But this joker tries to pretend like the thing is harmless. And that's what they all do. And it's so brain dead and primitive. Like, what do you think you're dealing with? Some type of toy? The arrogance. Again, the arrogance. Thinking they have complete control over the minds of these things just because they feed them. Idiots. And the dog, it just attacked him. Unprovoked. Didn't show no warning signs. No warning signs. The owner was holding the dog. How are you supposed to keep it under control? Let's see you keep it under control. Magistrate. And all of you who say that people should keep their dog under control, stop giving impossible advice. How about that? If what you suggest isn't even possible, then shut up. You idiot. Primitive idiots. The fact that nobody can control these things 100% of the time is why they should be banned. Not to mention the fact that they're drop dead deadly. These are killing machines. But look at this article. Back to this article I showed earlier. Police describe the dog as a Staffy cross. The woman's name is Marsha SBAA, a unique name. I think she's a nurse. And she faced charges. The child reportedly had been taken to a hospital in Spain. The resident, the dog owner, has been granted bail on the condition that the dog is muzzled and on a leash at all times in public. How is that supposed to protect an infant? Isn't this ruling in response to an infant being attacked? Whose infant was it? Was she taking care of the infant? Whose infant was it? Usually, when an infant is attacked, it's the family dog. The dog lives in the home. That's usually why and how the infant was attacked. It takes special conditions, usually. And dogs usually only have access to infants when the dog is inside of the home with the infant. Out in the world, people usually carrying an infant. The dog usually won't even recognize an infant. The baby might be in a stroller or a bassinet, whatever. I said bassinet. Can't. Those are not portable. Proof that I don't have kids. But this sounds like a family dog inside. How is a muzzle, whenever the dog is outside, supposed to prevent this from happening again? Y'all tell me that. Assuming that the infant was in the same home with the dog. So not only do they not do anything to stop attacks like this, they create conditions for it to happen over and over. They create the perfect conditions for it to continue happening. The very act of saying, hey, if you want to own these things, you can own them. Even if you have children in the home. Forget about the fact that you having children in the home violates the law. You know, you're now in danger of violating the reckless endangerment laws. Forget about that, because if the dog attacks, we'll say it's an accident. The purpose for calling it an accident is to imply that you, the owner, had no idea that this was possible. It's to imply that you, as the owner, didn't intend for the dog to attack the infant. Well, of course you didn't. And that's not what the reckless endangerment law is about. It's about whether or not you're aware that there is a safety threat in the home. But they turn a blind eye and call it an accident anyways, even though they can't explain how it's an accident. Because they can never deny that they know that dogs are deadly. They always have to admit that. So them bringing these things into homes where there are kids, there are infants, there are toddlers, what are they doing essentially? They're getting off on it. They're getting off on the risk, taking the chance, sacrificing safety, sacrificing a life. They're getting off on it. I'm telling you now, that excites them. These are the types of people who get off on risking lives. Just look it up. There are many people like this. I talked about it before. There are a bunch of people in the population who get off on taking dangerous risks. Some on a daily basis. They have to, or else they don't feel alive, according to them. They're not risking their life in some crazy, weird way. And that's all this is. They're getting off. If they're getting off on taking the risk, taking the chance, they're getting off on the attacks themselves. That's why after each attack, you never hear about them talking about how any of these dogs need to be banned. They always call it an accident. But when something is done to a dog, they're talking about prosecution. They're talking about hunting down the perpetrators. Okay, somebody's going to have to pay. And they're going to give you a lecture on why you should, keep the dog safe at all times. Now, we know that hunting is really all about dog lovers getting off on watching their dog kill natural animals. Look at this hideous, bug-eyed, turd face, vomit face, hideous mutant. Okay? Just how unsightly they are. Please euthanize all of them. I don't care how they got that way. Get them out of here. How do y'all stomach laying eyes on these things? I will never understand that. Okay, but we're going to save this happy video for the end. Okay, we're at the end of the year right now. Okay, let me save that. Save that for the end of the live stream. But hunting is all about them getting off on, because what's the point in having the dogs? Oh, so they can hunt down. But what they do when the dogs find the prey animal? They don't shoot it dead. They sit there and let the dogs torture it to death, don't they? That's exactly what they do, don't they? They don't try to end the attack quickly. They sit there and enjoy the attack. They take it in. They love it. Look at dog fighting. Don't dog lovers, don't they always go on and on about how dog fighting is a thing and that dog fighting is the real reason why bully breeds are aggressive? What do you think dog fighting is? That's people getting off on seeing dogs attack other dogs, seeing dogs themselves in pain. So it don't matter if you're talking about dogs or if you're talking about natural animals. Dog lovers are notorious. They're the most notorious for getting off seeing animals get tortured.
Odessa Animal Control asking for help to find a group of dogs that attacked a child last week, although the city spokesperson didn't tell us what they look like. Here's what we know so far. The child was walking to the bus stop last Thursday on the 8700 block of Lamar when he was attacked by 3 dogs. We're told that Animal Control had beefed up patrols in the area, but folks in the neighborhood have also joined in on the search. Now, we did ask for a description of the dogs, but the city didn't give us any, so no one really knows what they're looking for. The child is currently receiving medical treatment, so if you have any information on this attack, be sure to call that number there on your screen.
Now, you hear this journalist, she sounds confused, and she's trying to help you, the listener, to understand the confusion. It's only 38 seconds long. She pointed out that her and everybody at their media outlet is kind of dumbfounded because the people refused to give them a description of what the dogs look like. Now understand, these media outlets and these media people, these are dog lovers themselves. And quite often, they're surprised and baffled by the things that other dog lovers say. Listen again. This is crazy.
Odessa Animal Control asking for help to find a group of dogs that attacked a child last week, although the city spokesperson didn't tell us what they look like. Here's what we know so far. The child was walking to the bus stop last Thursday on the 8700 block of Lamar when he was attacked by 3 dogs. We're told that Animal Control had beefed up patrols in the area, but folks in the neighborhood have also joined in on the search. Now, we did ask for a description of the dogs, but the city didn't give us any, so no one really knows what they're looking for.
The city didn't give them a description. Do you know how, just take a guess how many people that involves? Of course, they're not talking about all the residents in the city. They're talking about law enforcement, people in the law. How could they all agree that they're not going to give a description of what the dogs look like? Because when you ask what the dogs look like, you're asking for a brief description of the breed. Are they shepherd type dogs? Are they bully type dogs? That's what they're asking. Give us a describe the dogs. But because bully breed advocates and lovers, they're obsessed with always concealing the identity of the killers, just like a bunch of criminals themselves. They're upset. Keep in mind, this is multiple adults reaching this decision, all of them agreeing to conceal the identity of the killers, as the killers, the killer dogs, are still running at large. Process that now. The dog's still out there. And they didn't give a description because they don't want to make bully breeds look bad. We've heard that several times. We know that's the reason why they didn't give a description. Oh, we don't want to give them a bad image. No. So what are they doing in these cases? How can you argue that they're not in some way enjoying things like this happening? Okay, child walking to a bus stop. We know ain't no kid pulling no dog's ear or tail walking to a bus stop. So all you experts and behaviorists, save it. We know this is an unprovoked attack. And these people do nothing. And on top of doing nothing, they provide cover for the perpetrators. And they have the nerve to talk about dog culture critics are Zoosadists. No. I don't feel nothing. When I hear of a dog getting struck by lightning, when I hear about a dog getting hit by a car, you know what I feel inside? I feel that, hey, at least that dog is not going to attack me. At least that dog is not going to attack anybody. As, a person who keeps up with dog attacks. Obviously, that's how I process it. Well, that's one dog we don't have to worry about. See, the removal of dogs translates into safety for us as humans. We have a vested interest in seeing them removed, deleted, gotten rid of. That's the thing. That's the trick bag. If we as people benefit in multiple ways by the removal of dogs, how can you criticize us for applauding the removal of dogs? Should we not be interested in improving our quality of life? We don't have the right to that? Now, listen, I personally don't believe dog lovers want this type of discussion. They don't really want this type of discussion. Because it's really not a debate with the way, just with hunting alone, hunting dogs, they get off in a very weird way. Seeing animals get attacked and hurt. Seeing them die slowly. They get off on it. Now, over there in India, this surfaced a few hours ago. Stray dog menace. 24 people bitten in 20 days. 24 people bitten in 20 days in one neighborhood. It's hard to believe, or it's hard not to believe, that there are not any people behind the scenes, laughing and smirking about this. What's going on here? At this point, at least over there in India, to not carry out a culling, a never-ending dog culling, is inhumane. To not do that is inhumane. So what is this? This looks like somebody somewhere, people somewhere, are taking pleasure in seeing people get attacked by these mutants. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. Listen, if you have the power to stop, to put an end to my suffering, and you simply decide not to, for whatever reason in your head, then you co-sign it. You co-sign my suffering, especially when it wouldn't hurt you. You wouldn't lose anything by putting an end to my suffering. That means you're getting off on it yourself. You're co-signing it yourself. Even when you putting an end to my suffering would help you, it would benefit you. Dog lovers and their civilization would flourish if dogs were gotten rid of. So who really gets off on other people's suffering, on other people being in pain and being terrorized? That's, part of what I've been arguing since I've been on here. How it seems like dog culture, they take pleasure in hurting, intimidating. They would not be satisfied if they never saw dogs attacking anyone. I guarantee you that. They're not satisfied with it now. That's why they have to go out and release their dogs on random natural animals that are minding their own business. Their desire to see animals tortured to death becomes so powerful, they have to just go out and release their dogs on natural animals. These same people sit back and call dog culture critics Zoosadists. That's why I don't really pay much attention to, the things, the accusations that are put out there. I don't pay much attention to it. They never carry any weight. And notice you don't hear anything from them. Ever since it's been pointed out that who the real Zoosadists are, You haven't heard much from the dog lover world, at least the content creator segment of it. What is this? Amazon delivery driver attacked by vicious dog while attempting to post package. Now, we've been hearing about these people being attacked forever. Are they armed yet? Are postal workers allowed to carry firearms yet? How long has this been going on? And y'all still just send them out there, huh? The only way to stop these attacks is to remove the dogs. Simple as that. Why haven't we made a law that says if you own a dog, you're not getting your mail delivered? You got to go downtown and get your own mail. Even if your dog has never attacked a postal worker. Too many of our postal workers have been attacked, so we're not delivering mail to you. You want to be arrogant and own one of these killers? We're not bringing your mail to you. The post office, they haven't even done that. They wait until after multiple workers get attacked, and then they just say they're not going to deliver to that particular area, that block or whatever it is. They're doing nothing. These dog attacks take place inside the home. Most attacks take place inside the home. According to them, the majority of attacks are inside the home. Okay, what are they changing inside the home? Why don't they have, or at least try to say that you need a muzzle on your dog at all times inside the home to stop the most prevalent dog attacks? Think about that. Where's the solution for dog attacks to take place inside the home? Dog attacks inside the home are the more serious attacks. When somebody out in the world gets attacked, it more often involves adults. Inside the home, the dog prefers to attack the smallest, easiest targets. So it's usually the baby, the toddler, the kids inside the home getting attacked. So inside the home is where regulation, safety regulation, is most important. It's the majority of the attacks, and they're against the defenseless, the helpless. What has the law implemented to help keep kids safe inside the home? Nothing. You know what they have been promoting? Treating the dog more and more like a 2-year-old. Bringing dogs and kids and babies closer. That's what they've been promoting. As the attacks have been increasing, they have increased the promotion of kids and babies together, kids and toddlers together. Been promoting kids and babies crawling on dogs, playing with dogs, grabbing dogs, treating dogs like big stuffed teddy bears. That has been on the rise. So if you ask me, they're getting off on it. How arrogant is that? For that to be on the rise at the same time that these types of attacks are on the rise, you're getting off on it. You're taking some type of pleasure in it. Until I see the dog world make real moves to put an end to it, you're supporting it. Why? How could you not be? Y'all are the ones bringing them inside the home. And they're so worthless, aren't they? Once these dogs launch an attack, the dog owners themselves, the dog lovers, the dog people, they are all so worthless. And you really start to see how dumb they really are when these attacks actually go down. I shared this video again in the community section. It's a historic video because of how lost the people were. Here, this bully breed is latched on to this golden retriever. And you clearly see that the golden retriever is no match. No match for a bully breed at all. Look at this idiot right here. This woman, the owner, is basically kneeling down, watching the attack unfold. She just started tugging on it, but they're so useless. This one guy right here with the black shirt, black pants, at one moment looked like he sort of started breakdancing. Just randomly out the blue, he started making some body gestures that had nothing to do with trying to stop a dog attack. That's how lost and confused they were. Just helpless and worthless. Worthless. Look at him. What's he doing? Look at this joker just standing there. You know what else during this attack? As they would reach for the golden retriever, the retriever would bite everybody who put their hand down there. Everybody. It was like, ow. Wait a minute. Because you can't, okay. You can't show I can't show the actual attack. That, right there. Listen to this. Listen to this. The golden retriever bit him. It also bit that person, that other person right there, knelt down. This one right here. Every time they reached to touch, the golden retriever would turn around and bite them immediately. Immediately. They were so lost and helpless. They're frozen. How many adults is there? Look at them. They're the ones, they're going to give you a moral lecture, call you immoral for not wanting to be around these things. Yet when they launch an attack, this is how they look. When these things spaz out, this is how these same dog lovers behave. This is how effective they are. This is the owner right here. Worthless and useless. There was one lady who started spraying the dog with like soft scrub. Start spraying the pit bull with some type of bathroom cleaner. Just lost and worthless. Look at her. What is she doing? Where's your magic? Where's your dog magic now? Why are y'all so helpless? Why can't y'all neutralize the threat? Why don't you have control over your dog? Show me this magical level of control that you have. Look at him. I mean, this is the face of stupidity right here. You ignorant, primitive fools. This guy tries to, this is one of the craziest videos you ever want to see. And then after a minute, as you can see, everybody backs off. At one moment, the pit bull started to shake, really shake. And when it did, every time it get aggressive, people back away. And look, here's the bathroom cleaner. There's their dog magic. I'm a responsible owner. Yes, I am. But then when these things start launching an attack, when it's time for you to prove how responsible and how much control you got, they have zero. Again, look at the owner. What is she doing? She's standing there looking, observing. Like, oh yeah, that's a really tight grip you got there. Come on, boy, stop it now. Oh, you're doing a good job. They know how these dogs are. And they look at this woman with a broom. One got a broom. The owner, look, she basically has given up right now. And this is the owner. All of them pathetic. And these are the same types of people who want to waltz into public places with these things, who want to invite you in their homes like a bunch of buffoons. Anybody dumb enough to go around these people, do not go in these people's homes. They shouldn't have to demonstrate. Look at this. Look at how worthless. How many adults is there? And nobody can stop it, huh? At one point, the dog looked around, the golden retriever, look at the circle they formed. Everybody has backed off. These are the same people telling us that we're dumb for avoiding these things. She's standing there with her soft scrub bathroom cleaner. The other one got a broom. They just stand there looking dumb. This is what I'm talking about. Full display. Their stupidity, their lack of IQ is on full display in moments like this. Their primitive behavior is on full display in moments like this. Now, these dogs were relatively the same size. Yet the golden retriever was no match for the bully breed. Now, dog lovers, they understand this. That's why they get off on bully breeds. That's why they love them so much. Because they know that they're a fighting breed. So what is that? You're a Zoosadist. You are a Zoosadist. And look at the owner. She's just totally given up. But they want you to trust them. When they're walking in public with these dogs, they want you to trust them. I'm a responsible owner. Don't worry. And this is why a lot of these people get beaten up. After this was over, after they released the retriever, the owner was standing there looking completely dumb. And I'm about to play that part. Because the discussion after this was over, I thought was a good discussion. Some good things were said.
Oh my God, man. What the fuck? Oh my God. Grab him.
Look at these idiots. That idiot owner. Somebody else was sitting there holding that dumb mutant. And she's going to go right back to treating it like family.
Come on.
Seriously.
Look at her making a phone call. Who you calling? That dumb mutant. How could brainless, unprovoked aggression like that make you fall in love? That thing deserves to be squashed like a grape by a giant boulder. Squashed like a grape by a giant boulder, just like Wile E. Coyote in the cartoons. That's a quick, painless death. It won't feel a thing. They all should be. That should be done with all of them. Because it's in all of them to do that and everything else they do. Them attacking unprovoked, attacking old people, young people, adults, kids, babies, toddlers, infants. It's in all of them. It's in all of them. These things are so doofus. It's just standing around looking. I guess it deserves food now, huh, nutters? I guess it deserves something, right?
Go back to the fucking shithole.
No, hey, I'm the one.
Is that your dog?
No, it's my dog.
See? And people like this skinny guy, people like him get beaten up in situations like this quite often. Okay? Because at this moment, what do you have to say? You as the owner, what do you have to say now? Mr. or Mrs., you're so irresponsible, got so much dog magic and control over your dog. What do you have to say now? And they always find themselves in this position. And this can happen to any one of them. I don't want to hear from you nutters and your stupid little stories about how much more control you got over your dog. Shut up. Dog culture knows that several animals and several people are going to be attacked unprovoked. Dog culture knows that. And you know what? They don't care. Simple as that. They don't care. They're willing to take the risk. They're willing to sacrifice our safety, the safety of their neighbors. You see, if somebody finds my channel, they can't claim to be ignorant of, the threat that dogs pose. You can't claim to be unaware. So anybody who wants to go out and acquire one of these mutants, you're actively supporting these attacks. No way around that. That's how you actively support these attacks. So you may as well be getting off on it. You are. These attack stories, that's exactly why many of you acquire these dogs. Because you know they have a reputation. And you want to scare people. You want to intimidate people. Walk around and bully people. You're a Zoosadist. You're the same thing. You like seeing people hurt, scared, intimidated. Y'all get off overtly when these things attack animals. How many videos have I showed where bully breed owners literally released their dog on the animals? Y'all remember that one kid? Released his pit bull on a cat? They do this all the time. That's the same spirit they have when they carry out these dog fighting. Anti-dog people, we don't do that. We don't go out hurting animals, and we don't get off on seeing animals hurt. But some of us do take pleasure seeing the mutants that specialize in attacking animals get a dose of their own medicine. That video I shared, that goat fighting off that pit bull, yeah, I took pleasure in seeing that. These dogs that try to bully and get bullied, yeah, that's justice. What are you talking about? And again, it's in all of them. They're all the same. They all have the same brain. They're all dogs. So they all behave like dogs. They're all equally soulless. Have no emotions, especially not on the level of a human being. The only emotion they have or embrace is anger, rage, violence. If they're not worthy to be driven into extinction, what animal group is?
New tonight and caught on camera, a single ranch man escapes a brutal dog attack.
And he's sharing his story with us tonight after he says he was attacked by 2 pit bulls while walking his own dog. And also tonight, we're looking at ways on how to protect yourself. Maria Aguilera joins us live. Maria, how's the man doing tonight?
Len, Mia, he is doing much better now, and he says he is relieved his dog is alive, but he tells me he is still in shock this all happened and very grateful his teenage daughter saved them both. He was doing what he does every morning, walking his dog.
I was almost home.
That's when James Stone and his dog Bandit were approached by 2 pit bulls. Neighbor surveillance cameras captured the 2 dogs charging.
Now, these dogs left their territory. This is not territory aggression. They left their territory and attacked another dog. Bully breeds are known for attacking other dogs. And look at the people who love bully breeds. What do you love about them? Think about it. The only thing different that bully breeds do is attack more often and cause more damage. Aside from that, they eat just like all other dogs, sleep, leech, bark. The only thing that separates them from other dogs is their aggression levels. and the damage they cause. So why do you think people who love bully breeds love them? It's for that reason. It's because they inflict more damage, because they're quick to launch an attack, because people fear them. How different is that type of person?
Neighbor surveillance cameras captured the two dogs charging, then attacking Stone and Bandit.
I thought for sure they were going to kill him. And so my instinct was to protect.
Dogs get off on seeing living organisms suffer and tortured to death. How can you call anybody a zoosadist when they take pleasure in seeing those creatures euthanized? Those are exactly the creatures that deserve to be, if you are an animal lover. Because these things are a complete enemy to animals in general. They even attack other bully breeds. But bully breeds are known for attacking all life, all animals. No discrimination, will attack your kids too. What are you? If you love creatures like that, you got the nerve to call somebody a zoosadist? When they take pleasure in those evil, wicked creatures being euthanized? You better understand something, goofy nutters. Allegedly, towards the end of this year,
this might be the last few months of this dog's life.
Good. Allegedly, towards the end of this year, hundreds of XL bully dogs will be destroyed. And they're going to be humanely euthanized. See that? At least 246 bully dogs will be euthanized. Let's have a party. Come celebrate with me. Yes, you heard it right. I'm happy to hear that. That's good news to my ears. What are you upset about? The dogs won't feel no pain, and the community will be safer. If you complain about that, you're a zoosadist. You're no different. You're worse, because this is people being hurt.
3-year-old Walter is under the care of rescue charity Mayhew.
The same people who actively get people hurt try to charge us with being zoosadists, while they're the ones sitting back getting off on people being attacked. And what? This is disgusting. This is this thing's tongue. All that lip licking, this enormously, unusually long mutant tongue. These things are disgusting through and through. Even their ears look disgusting. Look at them. Y'all notice with natural animals, quite often it's the ears that look the cutest. The ears, they'll stand straight up. They'll move side to side. Everything about dogs is hideous and unsightly. Their eye sockets, their eyeballs, hideous. Their face, their mouth, their tongue, hideous. Their skin, the skin itself is unsightly. Just putrid, disgusting, vomit-worthy sight to behold. You understand, nutters? Y'all really don't understand how much I truly hate these. I despise them with every flick of fire from the sun. I hate them to all eternity. And this will be a brand new world when they're all gone. As they should be. So, come join me toward the end of 2023 to celebrate the humane euthanization of killers, child predators, grandparent predators. Good riddance. What are you talking about?
After a surge in deaths and injuries.
This woman, big dummy. That thing latch on your arm, what you gonna do? Scream and pray it don't kill you, which means you're dumb. On full display. Primitive minds on full display right here. Dumb. Primitively dumb.
Mayhew.
Look at that. Why would you want this thing to exist? Look at how much excess skin is on this thing's body. That's ridiculous.
Under the care of rescue charity Mayhew.
Look at that thing. You think that thing should exist? You think that hideous monster needs to continue to survive? No. Why would you want to keep looking at these things? And what is this hanging off its mouth? More filth and junk bacteria? These things are so filthy and nasty. What is that? What is that, dead skin? Is that follic crap to be falling off these nasty, crusty, saliva-drenched mutants? Hideous. Hideous.
Charity Mayhew.
This is bomb life. This is dirtbag lifestyle right here. And these things stink like that. Look at the food obsession in this bug-eyed mutant's face. What a worthless, pathetic trash organism. What? That is offensive. These things just look offensive.
From XL bully attacks, he is just one of the dogs that faces an uncertain future at the end of the year, after which it becomes...
These dummies. Some of the most vulnerable people, the people least capable of fending off an attack, are the ones most obsessed with these things. What is that all about? Here you got two out-of-shape women. They'll trip over a lot easier than people in shape, women in shape. You already got less physical strength. On top of that, you out of shape. You're one of the major targets. You're most vulnerable. After kids, these two types of people, basically on the level of the elderly. You ain't fighting off no attack. They ain't tee off on y'all. All you're going to do is scream and beg for help. That means you dumb for being in there with it.
It's just one of the dogs that faces an uncertain future at the end of the year, after which it becomes illegal to find him a home.
When the law comes into effect, those who cannot be rehomed, unfortunately, are going to be...
Fortunately, get out of here. I'm going to celebrate. What are you talking about? I'm going to have a party. What's wrong with you? I'm going to honor the number of XL bullies euthanized. Like, what is wrong with these people? Y'all are supposed to applaud these things being euthanized and expect a safer community. We heard stories where people are afraid to come out of their homes. Why would you want communities like that to remain? Why would you applaud communities remaining like that? Can you blame some parents who don't want to let their kids out to play? Of course not. But that's what's going on. And y'all support that? Who's really the inhumane group here? Y'all don't want to talk about who is and who ain't inhumane. Y'all want that discussion. Y'all so inhumane and inconsiderate. You're not even aware of the many ways y'all violate people in society.
Unfortunately, are going to have to be put to sleep. We believe in Walter's right to life, and we are fighting for...
These killers don't have a right to life. This is our planet. Shut up. This planet belongs to human beings, not dogs, not these raggedy-faced mutants that shouldn't even be here.